Hi, my name is Colbier and let's start with Beyond Two Souls. This is a unique psychological action thriller starring Hollywood stars Elliot Page and Willem Dafoe.
That's cool.
Yes, he will take on the role of Judy, a woman born with a connection to a mysterious entity with incredible powers. And I'm not talking about your Uncle Artyom and his incredible power to drink a few liters of vodka and still drive home. No, here your actions will determine Judy's fate as she faces extraordinary challenges and danger on a journey to discover the truth of who she really is. If you like the games similar to Life is Strange or Detroit Become Human, this is another great game for you. And if you are in doubt, you can download a free demo version on Steam and see what this game is really all about. The Outer Worlds. If you like Bethesda's Elder Scrolls or Fallout series, this game should catch your attention because it's basically Fallout in space. It is made by the same guys who created Fallout New Vegas, so they used all their knowledge and made The Outer Worlds. The game is filled with petty humor, powerful guns, interesting monsters and beautiful planets. Missions are really cool and the characters are interesting as well, but when you play it you can almost smell the lack of budget, because certain areas are really small and mountains block your way all the time, everywhere you go. It was made from a grand idea of Skyrim in space, but with a budget slightly bigger than the indie game. Despite that, The Outer Worlds is one of the best games I have played in the last decade. Civilization 6. If you want to keep your virginity strong, this game is one of the best ways to never lose it. Although Civilization games are definitely not for everyone, the sheer amount of mechanics can be really overwhelming for a new player, and not everyone likes to read a lot and enjoy changing numbers and colors on the map. To be fair, to everyone who never played Civilization, the game looks like a simple, boring board game. But the trick is that this simplicity is just a tip of a dick. It's way more complex than it seems. Basically, here you can become a ruler of the world by establishing a leading the best civilization from the Stone Age to the Information Age. And of course, I'm talking about mighty cold Beristan. BioShock: The Collection. Wow, this is a really great thing and I have found it by accident.
That's what she said.
Yeah, because it's not appearing in the search bar. You can only find it when you actually click on any BioShock game and then scroll down a little. So this awesome pack contains all 3 BioShock games and 5 DLCs just for €12, or almost $14 if you have a hard time converting our euros to American euros. BioShock is an iconic franchise consisting of critically acclaimed first-person shooter games with amazing story and atmosphere. You have my sincere recommendations. Mafia Definitive Edition. Remastered and re-released in 2020, the game is proud owner of very positive reviews on Steam. He will take on the role of a mafioso in 1930s city of Lost Haven. It's a fictional place, but it's inspired by Chicago. So city got hit hard by the Great Depression, and the advent of Prohibition in America means lucrative business opportunities for mobsters. And let's be fair, for some shady babushkas as well. Here the crime families vie for control over the city, even as its few honest policemen scramble to fight crime. Well, Prohibition in my eyes is a crime against humanity, so those gangsters are just folk struggling to survive in this dictatorshipy environment. Yes, that's the word. Dreamscaper. This is a beautiful action roguelite game. At first it is very easy, at least it was when I played the game. I felt no bigger challenge and all the creatures died for my mighty swings without any problems. The challenge began when I finally met the first boss, and the fight was great, like 10 out of 10 great. And also it is the strongest aspect of this game. Sad part of Dreamscaper is that the game is roguelite in a bad way. When you die on a second boss, the game throws you 15 minutes back and you have to kill first boss again. I know that this is just a roguelite mechanic, but boy, that was boring. It's not Hades, but in general it's a nice game for fans of hardcore gameplay. Pillars of Eternity. The game came to life after an unbelievably successful Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign which raised more than $4 million. That is 4 times more than you have face mites now crawling on your face.
Yes, heebie-jeebies activated.
But don't be sad, instead become a hero in Pillars of Eternity and save people from a scary phenomenon known as Hollowborn. People are being born without a soul, and this is a huge problem in this world because if you have no soul you can't sell it to the devil and stuff, and in general this is one of the best party-based RPG games ever made. Timberborn. Humans are long gone. Will your society of lumberpunk beavers do any better? Real beavers, I'm not talking about the beaver of your girlfriend this time. Timberborn is a city building game featuring ingenious animals, modular vertical architecture and water control mechanics. But be aware that this game contains high amounts of wood.
Not that wood, you pervert.
Oi, sorry. And smart beavers. Not those beavers. Well, beavers will be as smart as you let them be. All in all, you will be the guide of their civilization, so it might very well be that they are already doomed. Sands of Aura. Although the game is played from top-down perspective and looks like a hack-and-slash RPG, Sands of Aura is actually a top-down Dark Souls, meaning that you will die a lot, and then you will die even more. The game has really beautiful graphics, and despite that it is hard to beat, you can control your hero quite easily and kill some monsters without a sweat. Well, after some practice. After a lot of practice. In general, if you like Diablo and Dark Souls, this is the ultimate hybrid for you to try. The discount is only 30%, but hey, it's not a Steam summer sale. We get what we get, and also this game is quite new. The Fall of the Dungeon Guardians. This is a great RPG dungeon crawler game in first-person view inspired by classics like Dungeon Master and Might and Magic, but featuring a modern tactical combat. Here you are, a newly employed guard of a prison deep inside a dungeon. The night of your arrival, weird things happen, and when you wake up in the morning, all prisoners have escaped amidst chaos. You then assemble your team and venture into the mysterious dungeon. People on Steam are talking that this is a challenging game with tons of well-hidden secrets. It will take about 40 hours of your boring life. Eastshade. Nothing shady about this game. In fact, it is hard to find more beautiful game like this. Here you are, a traveling painter, exploring the island and capturing the world on your canvas. Talk to the inhabitants and learn about their lives, make friends and help those in need. Visit cities, scale summits, unearth mysteries and discover forgotten places. Although, if you are used to killing stuff, like we all are, you will find the lack of violence here really disturbing. Here you'll find no enemies to maim, hack and slash, nothing to shoot, no dripping blood or intestines on the floor, or no usual dead babies climbing up the walls. So keep in mind that all of this friendliness may really shock you. Play it at your own risk. Red Dead Redemption 2. Overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam won't let me lie. This western is one of the most entertaining games I have ever played. Although I did that on my PlayStation 4 and I hate shooting with my gamepad, so on PC it's probably even better game. Main story will take about 50 hours from your boring life, and all the online content can take 10 times more. You know, those are the same creators as of GTA games, so they know how to pin your attention for a long time, so be sure you have it. Sins of a Solar Empire Ultimate Edition. One of the greatest space strategy games that, along with Civilization, is the ultimate guardian of your virginity. Now in one bundle with 4 DLCs and some standalone expansions. If you like space, there is a huge chance that you will like this 4X strategy game mixed with a real-time strategy gameplay. Although I have to stress out that these games are not for everyone. The learning curve is steep, so if you decide to buy it, be ready to spend some time googling stuff. I tried this game a few years ago and I understood nothing. I failed even to construct a single spaceship in a game of spaceships without the help of Google. I was ready to commit Sudoku a few times. Really hard to learn, but really fun to play. Thank you for watching, think about subscribing for more videos like that, and now have a nice day, bye.